we're live. And this is D&D. So last time, you guys split the party. Always a great idea.
3 ways.
There's that resub from Bug. Thank you, Bug. Appreciate that.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years now. So anyway, we split the party up, which is always the best idea. I love that idea. Continue to do that, please. We had Team Dragon, who went and talked to Raz, right? Did a little interrogation. And we had Team Gopher, who went to the bar and did an excellent job with Miley. And now we have Team Condor heading to the Daggerford School of the Arcane, located in Daggerford.
In scenic downtown Daggerford.
One convenient locations.
Across from the Dunkin' Donuts.
It's on the frontage road.
On the frontage road, yeah.
On the
Next to the
road.
VD clinic.
The Aldo Rains VD.
Down the street from the Adultatorium.
All right, so going to the academy, we have Exire and our robot friend Huck, who's not here, but volunteered.
Voluntold.
That's actually a lie. I did not volunteer. Hey, you're Huck.
Hold on, roll for deception. I rolled natural 20, so.
I rolled a natural 21.
It is your birthday.
Dice.
It is his birthday after all.
So you
But
can
you get
beat
to
a
roll
D.
with advantage.
You can beat a D20, chat, as long as you roll with a D100.
Truth bombs all around. All right, so you guys head back to the academy. Do you head just straight to the academy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we have anywhere else really to stop by. We'll just go straight. Straight there.
Okay. So as you get to the academy, the gates are open, and you walk into the the main courtyard there. Off to the right, you see the administrative buildings. In the middle, of course, you see the large chapel where you guys spent a little bit of time. And off to the far left, way over at the end, is you guys would remember were the dormitories and stuff. There's more buildings on back behind the chapel that you guys might remember, but those are the ones that you'd spent the most time in, I think. Where you want to go?
Well, we're here to talk to the head master. I mean, that was the whole point. I guess I want to walk towards, head towards the headmaster's office where we remember it being. Just kind of keep my eye out as we're walking there and see if there's anything that looks, interesting or significantly different from the last time we were here a couple days ago.
All right, you both can roll perception. Do you have Huck's character sheet?
Un memento, por favor.
Oh man, that's a great roll to start us off. Big 13.
13. Not bad one.
Not terrible.
Which
Let's see
campaign
what
is he
Huck
under?
gets. He's
I
in
can't-
Cataclysm, which is the Saturday one.
Makes sense.
I need to rename them.
Here we go. I'm pulling up his character sheet. All right, you said perception.
Perception.
Oh, he's very perceptive.
They should be.
Yeah, he's perceptive. But I'm not. I rolled a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
With his +4, it's a 10.
Jeez.
What did I roll on the dice, chat?
All right. So, Exire.
Ew.
You don't.
Oh.
Exire. So, off in the distance, you see somebody walking, over near the dormitories,
Okay.
and you just you catch a glimpse of them out of the corner of your eye, and then you kind of just think for a second, and then you kind of look over, and the person's gone.
Do
You could have
I?
swore it kind of looked like that custodian guy who was here, but you don't see him, so
Jalen.
maybe you're not. Maybe you're seeing things.
Can I kind of head over that way where I thought I saw him?
Sure.
Just snoop around a little bit because I would like to check in on Jalen and see if he's, peddling dark arts to any other students.
Okay. So you walk around the chapel over to where the dormitories are, and you're just kind of peeking around the children's dormitories.
Totally normal. Go about
nothing
your
creepy
business,
here.
children.
I feel like we may go to prison.
I like it. I like it.
Huck, are you allowed within this radius of a children's dormitory?
In this state, I think so.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go like behind the dormitory?
Yeah, I
or you
wanna-
want
I
to
wanna
go
kinda look
inside the
around.
dormitory? Or
I don't know if I want to go
Everything
inside.
good happens behind the dormitory.
Yeah, I want to go behind the dormitory.
okay, you go back there, and you just glance. I mean, there's some trees back there. You don't see Jalen.
Okay. Walk back out.
Okay.
I'm not that invested in finding Jalen.
All right, so you're walking back out. As you're walking back out, he walks out the front door and sees you guys. And he just looks at you kind of confused, and then he starts walking towards you.
I'll walk towards him and say, Jalen,
Do I know you?
you're
I don't know.
Looks over at Huck. Is like kind of takes a step back.
he's fine. Yes. Jalen, right? You're Jalen?
I am. And who are you?
I'm Exire. This is Huck. I was like 2 or 3 days ago that we spoke, Jalen. Do you have? And I'll look over at Huck, and it was 2 to 3 days ago, right? Did we?
I've slept since then, but yeah, I think so.
It wasn't that long ago. Could he forget? What? I mean, we're pretty memorable people.
He's holding a broom.
Especially
He
me.
puts the broom on the ground, just kind of leaning up against it. Just kind of, he looks really confused.
Jalen, what do you remember from this week?
I've been cleaning. I think I cleaned some in the chapel, and I cleaned some in the library. I was just getting caught up on the dormitories.
I had pudding.
Jalen, does the name Rosina mean anything to you? You ever heard? Is there a student here by that name?
I've never heard that name before.
All right. Well, actually, we came by the Duke. You know the Duke?
I know of him, yes.
All right. He sent us here. He said that you have been doing a fantastic job keeping this academy clean. He came by the other day. He was amazed at the state of the grounds, and I'll take out 5 gold. And he wanted to give you this a reward from the city for a job well done, Jalen.
He reaches out and takes the gold. He still looks really confused.
Just you keep up the good work. That's all we're doing here. Just have a we need to formalize the matters with the headmaster. Get arrangements for your placard that's coming from the Duke. I hope you have a nice place to hang it inside. Where's the headmaster right now?
I think he's still here. He points over at the administrative building across, where you guys kind of passed in front of. probably over there in his office.
Oh, fantastic. We will head over there and we will talk to him. And you keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You're a fine young man.
He just kind of cringes away from Huck. Just as everybody remembers, Huck is wearing like a wooden face to make himself more human.
It's working.
Yes, that's fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. You can't tell it all, Huck.
I can't.
Head over to the headmaster's office.
Okay. You just see Jalen scratching his head as he picks up his broom and goes back towards the dormitory. Okay, you walk into like the front office there, and there's usually a receptionist, but nobody's there. There's a lot of like stuff just kind of missing. Like there was like decorations and things, and a lot of those are just, it looks just like a, like an empty office, like a desk is there, and there's a few office supplies and things like that. But the door to the headmaster's office seems to be slightly open.
I'll go and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Come in.
Hello, young man.
You guys.
Hey, he remembers us.
He does remember us. Headmaster, is there a reason that Jalen doesn't?
So as you're looking in the office first, his office looks a lot like the office in the other room. It is pretty empty. There is some stuff still sitting around here and there, but a lot of the stuff has been removed. He says, "Yes, I said we would deal with him, and we dealt with him. We removed all his memories related to these incidents, and now he will work here forever until he passes away."
Well, then I suppose that's one way to deal with it.
One form of retirement.
Yeah, you also you might want to I kind of promised him a plaque for outstanding service to the academy. You might want to take a look at that in the future, or modify his memory again. I mean, I don't know. You seem to have no qualms with that.
Yeah, I'll deal with that.
All right, fantastic. Now, how have you been? How is everything? No more missing students?
No, I've been asked to leave, and by the Duke. So just cleaning things up here before I leave.
You've been asked to leave, as you were fired.
Yes.
Probably for the best.
I mean, he can't think that it was your fault, though.
It doesn't matter. I was in charge, and so it happened under my watch. So it's my fault.
I mean, there's extenuating circumstances to take into account, though, surely.
Have you met the Duke? Reason isn't part of his... what's the word? Part of his tool set, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, will you be all right? Do you have somewhere to go?
Sure.
Man, no.
I'll be fine.
I mean, I hate
This wizard still has a few tricks left up his sleeve.
All right. I mean, I hate to think that we had any part of putting you out on the streets.
No.
I start going through my spell book looking for spells to I look to see if I have counter spell, because I'm afraid he's going to start casting spells.
I don't think you do have counter spell. Maybe you do.
Maybe it's
Appreciate it.
my other book.
Well, I mean, if you have a moment, and Would you like a hand packing things up around here while we talk? I hate to interrupt what you're doing.
No, and he has like a bag kind of open on his desk. He kind of waves his wand at some books, and they come just floating across the room and just go down into the bag. Just
Well, that's really handy.
Oh, can you teach me to do that?
hang on. And he goes over, and there's like a stack of scrolls. He picks up 5 scrolls and comes over and says, "Here, I don't need these anymore." Hands them to
Oh,
Huck.
thank you. Thank you. I hope I can remember how to read.
I can't come in. Dad, I can't come in.
Well, the headmaster, we wanted to ask you a question. Actually, it seems we've run into a little bit more information about. We don't know if there's a connection between the disappearances here, but perhaps if you could shed any light or share any knowledge that you might have to help in some way bring what happened here, make sure it doesn't happen anywhere else, make sure it doesn't happen again, perhaps ease your conscience a bit. What do you know about the guildless?
Just rumors. They were tradesmen, craftsmen, mostly dwarves, but other races as well. They were kind of pushed out of their professions by the gnomes that now kind of run the city.
Did any of those guildless come asking around here, around the academy, or about the disappearances, about any going-ons? I only ask because it's come to light that the Duke, the Duke's assistant, Zazu, apparently hired the guildless to come investigate this before contacting us.
Surely he didn't know that he was hiring them.
I don't believe he did, but they were hired nonetheless. Were there any dwarves or anyone that came asking before us? Was there anyone that came investigating this before we came here?
There were a couple of different groups that Malik's with that prime sub. Thank you. Thank you very much. There were some different mercenaries that came through and asked questions. There was also some of the guard that came and asked questions. To be honest, it kind of blurs together at this point.
Of course. Any dwarves that stand out, maybe?
Let's see if he remembers. I can't recall. There were some shorter people with beards. I can't say that they were dwarves.
Okay. I understand. I'm sure you're a busy man. You talk to many people. Now let me ask you this, Headmaster. You being a powerful magical practitioner here in the city, you must know of other powerful magical practitioners, other powerful magical beings that exist within the city walls.
Yeah, right here.
Sly coming in with the prime sub. God.
All right, y'all, cut that shit out.
Whose birthday is it here? Sorry, Malin. What were you saying?
Being a powerful magical practitioner, perhaps one of the most powerful in the city, you must know of other powerful magical practitioners, other powerful magical beings that exist within these city walls.
There's been some studies. Of course, we have some history of Daggerford, of what you had to deal with down below the city. But
Of course.
I don't know of any other powerful magic beings living in the city currently.
No one comes to mind. No rumors, no whispers on the wind.
No.
Headmaster, what do you know about dragons?
Well, fair amount.
What do you know about dragons in these parts?
Well, they aren't common.
What happened there? What?
I did hear of one, or something. Somebody was claiming that there was a dragon in the courtyard of the keep. But I didn't know if I could believe that.
There was. That's kind of related to what I'm asking you about here with the guildless. There was a misunderstanding, and seems that they have connections to, or rather with, a dragon. I don't know if this dragon owes them a favor or not. Took us by surprise, to be sure. I figured that someone as well connected as you in the arcane world might have some insight into some older dragons around the.
I want you
believe
to
it was a
roll-
grass dragon.
I want you to roll an intimidation.
Oh, okay.
You're intimidating him on a different level mentally.
Oh nope, that's a 5.
Brass dragons, none in this parts, no.
Too bad, really. So, where will you go from here?
I'll probably go back to Neverwinter for a little bit of time. That's where I'm from originally. And from there, who knows? Maybe a job at their academy up there.
You tell him Huck sent you.
You're from
I will.
you're from
Huck,
Neverwinter.
yes. Yes, originally I was trained at their academy in Neverwinter, and left there when I was fairly young. So I've mostly lived Baldur's Gate some and Daggerford.
How old were you when you left Neverwinter, you said?
I was probably around 17.
Any connections there still?
I have some correspondence with some of the professors at the academy, yes. They were classmates at the time, and some of them, after their adventures, came back to teach.
You know, I was we were in the bar that we're staying at, the Vanderhobbs Bat, the other night, and one of our party members got into a game of cards with someone that seems to owe them a little money now. We can't seem to find them. They were also from Neverwinter. I wonder if you know of them. Maybe they, I don't know if you have any connection. They seem to be in town. The name's Sandon Hearn. Does that name ring any bells?
Roll a persuasion check.
Making the guy with a +1 to charisma roll all these checks. 15.
15. Seems like my last correspondence one of my friends in Neverwinter's had mentioned a new appointment. I don't remember someone in the government. I can't, forgive me, I can't recall what position.
Happens to me all the time.
No problem at all. So, but you don't know. You haven't heard that he's in town or where we might be able to find him. We, again, all we want is the money he owes our compatriot.
I don't know. I don't know much about him. I could ask my friend.
If any information comes to light, that
Oh,
would
one
be...
moment. And he just looks off at the corner of the room for a moment.
Did he mean now, Huck? Is this magic, Huck?
I don't know. I'm a little scared.
He said he is a representative of Neverwinter. One like a diplomat who goes out to the different city-states.
Wow.
That's a pretty neat trick. When I talk to myself in the corner, I just get more confused.
You should try harder. Concentrate.
Apparently. I can't do that.
We did hear that there was somewhat of a spectacle to be had sometimes here in the city. Public executions and the like. Things have been a little slow these past couple of days. We just thought might be interesting to go and see. Where would those be held?
There is, and they have these more than I would like to admit to, but they have there's a courtyard. It's not only used for executions, but for lots of public events. There's seating and stuff. It's over back behind the keep. It's still in that area.
Sounds
Back behind the
nice.
keep. Okay. And that's where they hold these sort of events.
Yeah, there's a lot of vendors and shops set up over there.
So it's executions and flea markets.
Yeah, you could call it that. I don't recall if it has a name, but that would be a good name for it.
All right.
I'm good at naming things.
He is.
Me, I'm Huck.
Did you name yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's.
This is my compatriot, Steve.
You gotta be
He
real careful
sometimes
with
calls
those.
him.
You gotta be real careful with those scrolls I give you, right?
You gave me some scrolls?
Oh
Well,
god.
we'll look after the men, Master. Don't worry. They'll be put to good use.
I hope I can read.
So you don't know anything else about this guildless group here? We ran into one of the members after we had disposed of the issue down below the cathedral. Seeing as he knew where it was, I figured that he must have had some knowledge of the academy.
I do not. You could speak to one of the other professors or the head librarian. She is going to stand in until they find a new headmaster.
Any professors in particular, or just the head librarian would be our best bet?
I've always put my trust in Laureline. She's the one, I think, that had led you around when you had first came to the academy.
Ah, yes, she was lovely.
And then the
Alright,
head
well.
librarian, Abelina, she's the one who had last saw the girl before she had slipped away.
Ah. Well, she probably.
I don't know if
is the
she would
person to
know
talk
about
to.
the skilledless, but she might be able to answer some of your other questions.
All right. Well, Headmaster, I sorry for what happened, and if you ever, need anything else, come and find us. We'll be happy to help.
If you ever need a name, let me know.
I will. I've got you right here, and I'll message you if I need you.
Okay, but don't call collect. I don't accept
know
charges.
what that means.
Which way to the library?
It's just actually around the back of the chapel. It's a very large building. You can't miss it.
There's a sign that says library over there. Holy crap, I can read!
And it's a miracle. This academy is full of surprises.
I know. I'm going to see if I can get a job here. I heard they're hiring for the head.
Well, Headmaster Faldor, have a wonderful day.
Bye, Headmaster Falcor.
Good luck, boys.
I must look young. He called me a boy.
Head over to the library and
His
keep an
face
eye
is
out.
working out.
You're
There.
positively glowing, Huck. You look
Thank
radiant.
you. Is it on fire?
No. It's you look good.
Okay.
You look great. And keep an eye out for Lurleen as we go and see if we can spot
I
her.
know. Erlene and Abilene.
Yep, that's their names. Got it. in
Maybe it
one.
was Maybelline, something like that.
Maybe she was born with it.
With what? Oh, she's got the plague.
So I'll have
If
you
you
guys
want
roll
me to Mel
perception.
Brooks this up, I will, Sly. This guy will turn into an old Jewish man like that.
So roll perception checks as you're going to the library to see if you come across Lorraine.
That's a 6.
That is a 16.
16. Okay.
I
So,
may notice something.
As you guys are walking to the library, you're walking through the administrative buildings on your way out. You actually take a wrong turn instead of going out the front door, and you end up in this hallway, and you see somebody walk out into the hallway and close the door and look over and see you, and it's Lurleen. And she, that's that long walk down the hallway where it's just awkward, where you can't say something because you'd be yelling at each other, and it's just you just gotta
Oh,
hey.
Hey! We need to talk to you.
I know I'm coming. What are you guys doing here? Where's your friends?
We have friends.
We have several friends, Huck. Everyone in our group, they're our friends.
I don't trust them.
I mean, maybe not the newer ones.
No.
I do agree with that. Lorraine, how has everything been going since everything that was going happened?
It's been rough. They dealt with Jalen, and still every time I see him, it just reminds me of what happened. So
It reminds him of nothing.
That is true.
Because he don't
Yeah.
remember.
He does seem to be rather empty between the ears.
What he said. That's kind of rude.
Well, Lorraine, we wanted to see before we came and took a look around to see what we could do here for you. Was there anyone else that came around asking questions, or anyone else that you saw around the academy investigating the disappearances?
No, I mean, not that I remember. Not that I can recall.
Did
What's
you
your
have your mind wiped too?
What's your passive insights?
12.
His-
Hux is a 16.
How you see that question makes her
Oh no,
a little
I'm sorry,
off balance.
11. I'm
Okay,
11.
you don't see shit.
Yeah, I don't see shit. I don't see.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at her.
I'm going to man.
This is some nice flooring.
Yeah, I'll
I mean, from the way she delivered the response, you could roll an insight check if you want to.
I'll roll an insight check.
I mean, Huck can't. He
Nope,
should be wearing Depends, I think.
That's a natural one. I
Oh,
saw that
maybe
as well.
I'm not the one that should be wearing Depends, sir.
Yep. I trust her
Exar
explicitly.
pees himself a little bit.
Yep.
No, yep. You don't even detect it. Like Huck said something, you just looked over, and it completely distracted you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, what about this group? We've been hearing whispers around town. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit more about this guildless group of individuals.
Guildless.
Yeah, they don't have a guild.
I'm not. I don't think I've heard of that group. Apparently they're not organized. It doesn't sound like. They're not
You would
in a
be
guild.
surprised.
Oh.
Lurleen, when we were down below the chapel, defeating the demons for your school, saving the city,
We
as it
did
were,
that.
we ran into someone else down there. Was there anyone else that would have known about that chapel, had access to that? Anyone else that maybe came through the chapel after us when we asked you not to let anyone else through?
Like a demon.
I don't think so. And I will give you one more insight check. You fail this one.
Yeah.
And you trust her implicitly.
Yeah.
Maybe for the rest of your life.
Oh, dang.
She my best friend ever. No, natural 20.
Natural.
Save
For a
at the
22
end.
total.
You can tell, and you kind of think back to the other moment. You feel like it's like she's just definitely straight up lying to you.
I'll look at her and say, now, Lurleen, you're sure there was no one else? I mean, come on. We've worked together. We defeated those demons. You can trust us. And as I say you can trust us, I'm going to cast Charm Person on her.
Okay. What's the save?
She's a mage, so probably she'll save, but it's a DC 15 wisdom save.
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, let's see. Ooh, okay, well, I don't know her modifier, so I'm going to roll a d4 for her modifier, okay? I rolled a natural 13.
Okay.
So we're going to roll a d4 to see
no.
what type of modifier she's going to... okay, I rolled a 3. So, yeah, she saves. 16. She takes a step back. What is this about? What are you after?
I just want to know more information about the guildless. That's all. And I just feel like you might not be entirely forthright with us right now. I mean, we've done nothing but offer our services, help the academy, stop demons from coming into your city.
Let the
All I'm
children
asking for is
die as
honesty.
well.
Now, that wasn't our fault because, you see, you took a long time to figure out. You actually didn't figure out what was going on. So by the time we got down there, we had no chance. It was too late. This Rosina girl had completed her plans. So I don't think that's on us. If anything, I think it's on the people here at the academy. If anything, I think the blood is on your hands.
So trying to spin it so it's our fault.
I'm
Yes,
trying to spin anything.
we could have been more attentive to the students, and maybe one of us should have saw this coming. We didn't know about that.
Also,
We didn't know about that place down below in the sewers or wherever it was.
you didn't know. Did Raz know about it?
She just takes a step back. There were other people looking, yes. Of course there were.
So you know Raz then?
I'm not saying I know anyone.
You seem
saying
flustered,
that-
Lurleen. Is everything okay?
Okay, roll. It's not intimidation. Roll a persuasion check, and it's gonna be really freaking high.
Okay. My persuasion is really freaking low, so 17.
All right, I'll roll against it. Look, the situation had to be dealt with. I spent my own money. I hired who I thought might know this guildless group. They seem to know things that other people don't, and I thought if I could just pay them, that they would find the children. And
Wait, I thought Zalzu told us he hired them. You hired them?
I contacted them and paid them, and then they at that point they probably approached Zalzu. It was I was trying to save the children.
So Lurleen, no one's upset. I'm not gonna turn you in or anything like that. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. The legality of the matters or not. I just want to know more about the guildless. That's whatever you know about the guildless is gonna help me. I don't care what you do with your time. I really don't. You could whatever you want to do, go for it. You know, we don't ask questions here. I just want to know what you know.
They tried to help.
About the
That's all I
guildless.
know. I talked to. There was this guy. He was named like Sixes or Five, whatever his name was. Something with numbers. And
Sixes?
No, not that. Something with numbers. It was in a bad part of town, and he took me to a lady, and I spoke with her, and I gave them what money I had, and I didn't get her name.
What part of town was this?
It was like the southern portion of the town near the gate.
Okay. So you went to someone near the so this person, this Numbers, took you to meet someone near the south gate. You gave her the money, and she put you in contact with the guildless.
Yeah, well, they showed up. They didn't come through the door saying, "Hey, we're the guildless." You know, but there's some dwarfs that showed up, and I figured that's who they were with.
Were they helpful at all? Did they investigate anything? did they just say, "Hey, we'll look into it," and then they disappeared?
They talked to the same people you talked to, and then they left and did their thing, and you said that someone was down there. So apparently they were on the same trail as you.
Well, they were following us. But they didn't want to risk their lives. They didn't want to.
No one came through the chapel after you left.
I mean, there's a pretty big sewer system down there. It's possible they came in from another entrance.
Maybe.
So interesting. Well, Lurleen, you've been extraordinary. Very helpful. Thank you for being forthcoming with this information. I do have one more question for you though, and that is what do you teach here at the academy? What are you a professor of? What's your specialty?
I teach enchantments, but I have skills in many different schools.
What do you know about dragons
And dungeons
and dungeons?
And
with dragons.
They're magical beasts that fly around. Some can change shape. Some are elemental. Very intelligent, very old.
The ones that can change shape, is there any way to tell that they're a dragon when they're in a different shape?
Yes, there is. I mean, several different ways.
How could you tell?
You can ask them.
You could ask them. They are clever, though. There are various spells. True Sight being one.
Oh, I know magic.
Is True Sight a spell that you're capable of casting, Lily?
No.
Not you, Huck.
I don't have that one myself. No.
Okay. Have you ever seen a dragon, Erlene?
In person? No, I have not.
Big.
They're big.
They're very big.
Wings,
Terrifying.
long tails.
Mm-hmm.
Some have big beefy arms.
I would say
Some
that they
don't.
do to support their big bodies.
The Burninators do, yes.
That's true. Yep, the consummate V's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're the scales, and the teeth.
Yep, that's it. This person is a dragon.
I don't know that. I mean, you said you could ask her. Try asking her. Ask her if she's a dragon.
You a dragon?
No.
Right up to her face.
Are you sure you're a not a dragon? You smell like a dragon.
I'm sure I'm not a dragon.
Wait a minute. Do I know that she smells like a dragon? I don't have a nose.
You have a
Some sort of
wooden
olfactory
nose.
sensors.
Oh, I do have a nose.
It's like a jut out. It's not really a nose. It's like
Oh, okay. Now, so I do know that you smell like a dragon.
you don't know anything, I don't think.
I know some things.
Right.
You're a robot. You can't squint your eyes.
You could if you got magic eyebrows that showed emotion, but always the wrong one.
That's true. I'm going to work on this.
Well, Rowan, is there anything else you can think of about the Guildless? Any contact you might have had with them? Anything, no matter how small, might help us out. We're not trying to necessarily. We don't think the Guildless are all bad people or bad people at all. We're trying to help them right now. seems that one of the members who you might have had contact with is in a bit of hot water, and we're trying to see what we might be able to do to solve that and get some of our questions answered before it's too late.
He's a dwarf.
He is a dwarf.
All I remember is the gentleman with some type of number for his name or something. He, like I said, he took me to the backside of some place. I met a very pretty, like, elvish or half elvish woman, and I mean, it smelled like food in there in her office, I guess. So maybe it's a place where they cook food. I'm not sure.
DM, would I know, is the place that we're staying with Miley, is that in the south? Is that by the south gate?
It is near the south gate, yes.
Well, then. Okay. Well, and you didn't catch this woman's name, Lurleen?
No. It was very intimidating being there.
I could imagine. Did anyone else here at the academy work with you? Was there anyone else that might have any information that could help us to help them? Evelina, would she know anything about the guildless?
She knows a lot about history. I don't know that she would. She probably wouldn't know that much about the guildless.
Right.
To be honest, I wouldn't know either. Except for my experiences now.
Well, thank you, Lurleen. We heard that you're going to be stepping in as the acting headmaster in Aldorstead.
No, that's the librarian, Abelina. She
Avelina in Aldorstead, Avelina. But why not you?
I don't know. I think the headmaster took all of the blame on himself because, as you know, she was there when the girl, took the book.
And are you sure that she had nothing to do with it? I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm just saying it seems a little, maybe not in the best of ideas to have this person as the acting headmaster. She might have had some hand in the disappearance of these children and the summoning of a chain devil in your basement.
Obviously, you've never met Abelina.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, it may be me just assuming too much, but once you meet her, you'll have the same assumptions.
Are those good assumptions?
I'm not sure how she even. I've said too much. I shouldn't speak. She kind of looks around down the hallway, and there's several other doors in the hallway. You just need to meet her, I guess. But I don't think she was going to offer any other information about the guilds for you.
Okay. Well, I guess that satisfies my curiosity. Huck, anything else?
No.
Do you have any scrolls you're not using?
That's true. I did get some scrolls. I don't know if I can read them.
Excellent. I don't have any on me at the moment. Pattern robes.
Spell books.
Random magical items of great import.
Anything you don't need.
I have a feeling eventually I'm going to be saving the world at some point, but I don't know.
I feel like this is a shakedown now for magical things.
Oh, no, I can give you stuff. Let me see what I got in here. I got is half-eaten cookie.
I'm good, thank you.
A Werther's original.
Yeah, I got some stuck together hard candy.
Couple of coins,
Two
copper
copper.
coins,
Yeah.
a random pill.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take it. I don't even have a mouth.
All right. Well, Lillian, we won't take up any more of your time. Thank you for your help, and thank you for your eventual forthrightness with us. I hope you know we really are just trying to help.
Thanks for only lying a little bit.
Well,
The library is that way.
Yeah,
Points down the
I
end of the
saw
hall.
the sign.
Take a left,
It
and you'll
opened
be
up
outside.
my eyes.
and then you'll be right in front of the library.
But I saw the sign.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll start walking that way, I guess, and turn to.
Now that video is flashing through my head, Glenn.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I guess I'll turn to Huck and say, Huck, do you think it's worth going to the library and talking to this Abelina? I mean, it seems like we have the information we wanted about the Guildless.
I mean, it don't matter. We're here. It don't matter. I'd like to put my application in.
For the headmaster role.
Yeah. Also, I'm a little concerned, Steve. They said they met somebody with numbers in their name. I have numbers in my name.
Oh, oh my goodness, you do. Huck, did you take them to the guild? Huck,
I don't know. I'm concerned.
Well, we'll deal with that later when we're back
Okay.
with the group. That is
Maybe you
concerning.
shouldn't tell everybody.
All right, I'll let you tell
What
them.
if they don't? Well, I'm not going to tell them. What if they don't trust me?
I mean, that's true. I mean, it's
Steve,
maybe.
between you and me, I don't know if I can handle that kind of rejection.
Dying.
Huck, I understand, Huck. I have similar fears myself.
I feel like we've bonded
And we have
in this brief time we've worked together, Steve. It's really meant a lot to me.
Huck, we've worked together for a year.
And I don't really. But I think we've worked together the best here.
Yes, I agree.
Trying to solve this mystery. Me, you, Great Dane with us.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we've bonded a lot, and I appreciate it, Steve. I do.
I agree. I'm gonna use minor illusion and make a Great Dane appear next to us.
I just don't. I'm just concerned if I tell them that they spoke to somebody with numbers in their name, they're going to think it was me.
They might, but what if we find out who it was, and then we'll know it wasn't you?
What if I have a brother?
Do you have a brother?
I don't know. What if I have a twin brother, but he's evil with a mustache? Maybe he's like Buck 1371
Fuck.
or 1372 because that's how numbers work.
You really are surprising me more and more each day, Huck.
Thanks, Steve. I try.
Are we at the library yet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not been paying attention. I'll be honest with you.
You walked in the front door, somebody goes, shh.
Oh, sorry. Did I pass gas?
All right, when you walk into the library, there are a lot of kids around of various ages in the library.
I'll go up to the desk. I guess it's like a front desk for this library.
Yep.
And ask, we were sent here to speak with an Abelina. Is she available? The headmaster sent us this way.
Let me. Who is calling? So I can pass along the information.
My name is Huck, and this is my compatriot Steve.
Yeah, just tell her we're the ones who helped the academy out a couple of days ago, and I think she'll.
So we killed the demon that was downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know if she knew about that, Huck.
Also,
Okay.
maybe some kids.
I mean, the
That was
girl
an
at the counter
accident.
is a younger girl. You think that this might be a student that's working here? Like, she's like, right, okay, I'll be right back.
All you young people, Steve, look alike to me. I don't get it.
But how old do you think I am?
not a day over like 200-300.
I mean, okay. How old are you?
I don't know. I feel really old, like at least 200-300.
Okay.
All right. So, a few minutes, the girl comes back with an older human woman in tow. She has her hair up in a bun. It's like reddish brown and like with a little bit of gray in it. And she's fairly tall. How tall are you guys?
I am 6 foot.
Tall as a warforged.
8 feet tall, something like
She's
that.
she's probably right around 5'10".
Okay.
Taller for a woman. And she walks up, says, "So you are a couple of the gentlemen who..." She looks over at the girl and kind of leans in. "Took care of the demon."
I think the girl knows that my friend said
Yeah,
it
we
kinda
killed the
loud.
demon.
Shh, 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 hush,
Yeah.
hush. Come. Grabs a hold of you and pulls you around the counter and just kind of tugging you into the office. And then closes the door. And she's standing in between you and the door now. So, what did you guys want?
Wanted to talk to you. We had some questions that we were talking to the headmaster about, and he said that you might be the
You
person
have
to
said
speak
enough.
with.
You've said enough. I am going to be the acting headmaster as of tomorrow, so I can answer any questions.
Oh, fantastic!
Congratulations.
Are you
Thank you.
a powerful magical practitioner, Abelina?
I do know a few things, yes.
Would you say that you're well connected in the city?
I am very connected in the city, yes.
You have your finger to the pulse of this town.
Of
You're the
course.
person.
Did you
Why
build this
else would they
city?
pick me to stand in as the headmaster?
It's true. You're the person to go to
Obviously.
if we have any questions, then, right?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So, I'll start off with, I mean, you must have heard what happened in the courtyard a couple of days ago, then, right?
Who hasn't heard that? Are people acting like they haven't heard about that?
Yeah, I know. I
What
know,
did you think
crazy.
about it?
Yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing.
I thought it was excellent, but I was there.
Yeah,
I mean, it was very exciting. I would have to say that.
it's just not every day you see a dragon, right?
That's right. Did you like the
Of
part with the dragon?
Of course. Yes, the dragon. Yeah, that was very exciting.
Yeah. What was it?
Yeah.
Was it a green dragon or was it a white dragon? What color was that dragon again?
Were you there? I mean,
Yes, we were.
I'm just getting that secondhand information, but you were there and don't even know the color of it?
No, it was a brass dragon.
It was
Brass.
really shiny. The sun was shining on it. I couldn't see.
What do you know about dragons?
Well, they have different breath weapons that they use that come out of their mouth, the orifice,
Yeah.
On their face, the mouth.
She's
that
saying
comes
Let
out
me
there.
write this down.
Um,
How do you spell orifice?
Just sound it out.
of course, some use lightning, of course, and some
Orifice.
use just horrible fire that just burns everything up. I don't remember anybody saying that anybody was burned alive, though.
I think it was just there as a. It seemed to just be there trying to intimidate people. Doesn't seem to be attacking. More of just an intimidating presence.
It's more like, "Arr, I'm a dragon. Arr."
Yeah.
Well, if I would have only been there, I probably could have just taken care of it. But
I wish you were.
sadly, I was indexing the books in the library.
Yeah, someone has to do it, right?
That's
Be
true.
it
It's time
chaos
to
if not.
index themselves.
That's why I think I will be a very humble leader, because I'm not afraid of doing the little task as well.
I think that's an admirable trait. Speaking of all these books you have here, is there some sort of compendium or some sort of roster of known dragons that exist in the world?
Yes, we have several books that would probably list out different dragons.
I'd love to take a look at one.
I don't know that you would be able to pinpoint this one by that one, but you're welcome to try for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just like to look at, see what brass dragons still live. It's just an interesting subject, you know. You can never have too much knowledge. I
I think it's all the living brass dragons still live.
Mm. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't need that book now. I still would like to take a look at it though.
Okay. Yeah, we will pull that off the shelf for you.
Fantastic. Also, any books that you have about now? We've been in town a couple of days now. We've been hearing rumors about something very exciting and some group called the Guildless. There's whispers and shadows. And what do you know about those?
Oh yeah, they're mysterious, aren't they?
They are.
History on them, just so you know, just the down low is
yes.
that they were a lot of dwarfs amongst them, and other races as well. But they were the ones who kind of took the gnomes in and kind of showed them how to do the various jobs that they did, and then the gnomes betrayed them, and now the gnomes kind of run the city, and of course it has nothing to do with us here at the academy.
Of course.
But yeah, they apparently couldn't keep their businesses afloat against the gnomes, and
Yeah.
so now I guess they're just mad about that.
Rightfully so, I would say. It seems I could see why they would be upset. Yeah, have you ever met one of them?
I don't know
that would be.
That would be exhilarating, though, to meet one of these brigands or mercenaries. Yes.
That's a good word.
It is a good
Brigands,
word.
I like it.
Have you ever met any dwarves here in the city?
Oh, yes, several dwarfs still live here. Work for a lot of the gnomes who run the businesses. Yeah.
Well, perhaps one of those were a member of the Guildless and you just didn't know it.
I think I would know. I think I would, yeah.
Yeah. Well, have there ever been any dwarves around the academy?
There were a few, yes. Usually we don't have a lot of dwarf students. They don't take to magic as much as the other races, but there were a few a while back asking questions about the missing students.
I see. Interesting.
Nothing ever really came of that because you fine gentlemen kind of resolved that situation.
We did, didn't we? Whatever happened to that?
Me and Steve.
Yeah. Yep. I'm Steve. Whatever.
That's what I said.
Yes, it is what you said. The book that was in question. You know, it's. I've been wondering how on earth do you think she got her hands on that book? I mean, it was locked in a case, and it was I don't know if you know this, but when we got there, it was an illusion of the book laid open in the case.
I can't really recall everything that happened. She
Right.
was actually my assistant, and
Oh.
I think she must have slipped it out somehow. It is really confounding, to be honest. I pride myself on knowing a lot of things, but it's so roll a persuasion check.
Nope. That's 9.
It's really a confounding thing. Like, we only take it out of the case
Mhm.
once a year to clean it. And it is myself and my direct assistant that does this.
Did this happen around the time it went missing?
No one knew it was missing until you guys figured that out.
When was the last time it was cleaned?
Probably a couple of weeks, maybe more before the first child had went missing.
Okay. So it
Did you
seems that she might have
detect
slipped this out. And
Did you detect the smell of lemons?
I did not.
I knew a guy once. He stole a book and he used some lemons on it. It's a big thing.
Oh, did that work? Did he find
It
some
did, in
secrets?
fact. It did, in fact. It worked out well for him.
Oh, okay. He's doing well these days then.
He ran into some money troubles, but he's all right now.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good to know. It's good to know.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Yep. I like a good story.
See, the problem is the procedure in how we go about cleaning the book. See, I didn't set that procedure up. It was set up before I'd started working here. So I was just following the procedure, and she must have used that to her advantage on slipping the book away and replacing it.
what is the procedure? I mean, cleaning a book must be such a delicate process.
I mean, this book especially, it is ancient. If you're not very careful with it, not to mention that the magic imbued in this thing is pure evil. To be honest, if they would only have changed the procedure to be like I told them to make it, then the procedure would have worked a lot better.
Well,
It
you will
only
be
done it
headmaster
like you
now.
told him to.
I didn't hear you, Malak. Sorry.
Well, I say, well, you're going to be headmaster now, so you can change that procedure now.
And I definitely will, especially since we have secured the book. And I do like the protocol of just the two people being able to unlock the enchantment. Just the headmaster and the head librarian. So we'll probably keep that. Maybe we'll have to make the enchantment so that both of them have to be there. That way there's less chances of something like this happening.
Oh, so before it was an either or type deal.
It was, and I don't know why.
So strange. Yes, I can't imagine. Well, Abelina, you've been wonderfully helpful. Do you have, by chance, any books on the history of the underbelly here of this city? Any known scoundrels or ruffians?
Brigands.
Brigands, yes.
Yeah, she
Might
likes
they
that
be?
word.
There would
Yeah.
be some stories, but I don't know how much you could trust those.
Did you ever run across a story from here about a gentleman whose name was something to do with numbers? Does that ring it? Maybe a 6, or his name was the 5, the 6er, something like this.
12.
Yeah, the 9. Something like
I
that.
mean, there's lots of stories of groups with numbers associated with them, but not a gentleman particular that has numbers. It seems very specific, something you're talking about here.
No, it's just my friend here. He has numbers in his name, and he,
I do. I'm
he-
wondering if I have a long lost brother whose
Yeah.
name may be Buck 1372.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do genealogy.
It's a good market to get into.
I mean, maybe of famous people, but
I see. Yeah, no, I understand. What's
If we save the world, will you do my family tree then? Because I'll be famous.
most definitely, yes.
Okay, good. Write that down, Steve.
All right, written down. Yep, I wrote it down. Well, I don't think we have any other questions. Do you have any Any scrolls or spell books within this library that are available for study?
Some magical scrolls you're wanting, or you're
magical
talking about?
scrolls, magical spell books,
I do collect magical items, yes.
or any that my friend here
If you're
could,
looking
could
to throw
study,
out.
transpose, perhaps.
We do have various books here. They're mostly just introductory type of magic books. I mean, you must be a very established wizard at this point.
I get around. Do you have any openings? Job openings?
What type of work?
At this point, if this adventuring thing doesn't work, I'll do anything.
Yeah,
good.
just if you
I could be
want
your
to put
assistant.
if you want to put an application in, we will definitely send you a message.
Like a secretary or something. Can you bring you coffee?
Yeah, I mean, I think you would be good at that.
I think I would be
And
great. I think I
other
would be great at that. Yeah, other
things?
things like secretaries do. Yeah, Yeah, I could
Shuffling
do that.
paper.
yeah. Is that what the kids are calling it?
While they're
Rolling
talking, can I look around this
scrolls?
office that we're
By the way,
cornered
do
in
you
right now?
do you have any material that's older? Maybe like some would consider retro magical items.
Retro magical items.
Yeah.
I don't. There is the book that's in the chapel that is really old. There are
That's
some
true.
books out there that are really old as well, but some of them are off limits as of more recently. Even more of them are off limits. So,
Gotcha.
so roll a perception check there for the office.
A natural 20 plus
Oh my goodness.
2, 22. These new dice. man.
So this office is an absolute train wreck.
Oh no.
There's just boxes and scrolls and just random piles of different things. The desk, you might not even be able to tell it's a desk. There's just so many things, papers and things piled up on it. Just what you take away from it is the representation of the office is also a representation of the person's mind, so that you're talking to.
All right. Well, Abilena, you've been a wonderful help. I think we're going to leave now.
Yeah, we'll leave, but I need to know when to start.
I will send you a message, Huck. And Steve, you take care of Huck there. He needs you, I think. I kind of know it.
Don't message me, collect. I won't accept the charges.
Okay. She opens the door.
Yeah, just gonna leave.
I think
I
she
don't
was a
wanna be
little
here
sweet.
anymore.
I think
You
she's
just
a little
walking
sweet on me,
straight out the
Steve.
door, beeline.
Yep.
Okay.
Just gonna,
I think we hit it off.
yeah, definitely. She loves you, Huck. She's enamored.
Well, I think okay, love maybe a little much, but I think I definitely I think she likes the cut of my jib.
Yes, I definitely think that's.
I don't know
still
where my
something
jib
that
is, but I
people
think
say.
she likes it.
Right. Well, I guess we should probably go and circle back and meet with the others. Let them know what we found out.
We had a good day, Steve.
We had a great day, Huck.
I think we worked well together.
We worked fantastically well together. Are there any shops that you need to stop by, Huck? Anything you want to buy?
No, but I think we need to walk the dog. I'm worried that he's going to do his business on the carpet when we get home.
Oh, yeah, the illusion's gone by now, so there's no.
No,
dog.
there's always a dog. He always thinks there's a dog around.
I recast minor illusion. Yep, yeah, Huck. We'll walk the dog. We'll take him out.
All right.
Huck? Why don't you walk the dog around the dormitories over there, and and catch up with me.
All right, Steve, but one of the, if the new headmistress grabs me, there's nobody to protect me.
I will. I don't think she will. I'll wait for you out front.
No, make a safe word.
Pineapple.
Or no, kumquat.
Kumquat. Okay. Just scream kumquat.
Exactly. No one screams kumquat. So if you hear kumquat, then you know there's danger afoot.
Oh, I like it. I like it. All right. Kumquat it is. I'm going. I'm leaving this place now.
Okay. So, Huck, are you going with him?
After I walk the dog.
Okay, you're walking the imaginary dog. Okay. All right. So, where are you guys heading back to?
I guess we'll just go back out to, because they were meeting. Because at the same time we were doing this, everyone's doing this at the same time, right? We said
Right. No.
they were all going, and we were gonna meet up at somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, we were
The
gonna meet
meeting
up
place.
at. No, we were gonna meet at the Scarlet Brothel.
Yep.
So
Nice.
We'll head to the Scarlet Brothel.
Okay.
Get
So, everybody else, is that where you guys are going?
Yes,
Everyone's asleep now.
I would assume so.
that is where we are going.
So, Clandus, you've done for Huck what you did for Krillix in the last campaign. You've now evolved that character into something completely different.
I try. It's what I do.
Oh. All right. Is everybody else still there?
Something of mine own.
Yep.
All right, there we go. All right, so you guys all go to the Scarlet Brothel. It is as it sounds. As you go in, there's music playing. There's a little bit of smoke in the air. It has a red tint to the light in the place. There are people dancing on various stages and of different genders. So
Play that one
accepting
song
of all
again.
kinds at the Scarlet
Okay.
Brothel.
all right. If when we get there, if we look around, is there anyone else from the party that's there yet?
I would say that you guys get there first.
Okay. So we'll go grab a
from
table.
where you guys are at.
Yeah.
This is a full service brothel. They have tables.
Yeah. Let's go, or I don't know, a pile of pillows.
We spared no expense.
I would say that
Welcome to Jurassic Brothel.
Galen and Brooklyn probably end up there second, and then the other four roll in there afterwards. So
Are there like
So
private rooms in this brothel that we can?
oh,
rent?
there are private rooms.
Can I get a private room, but no dancers, just a private room where we can talk?
You want to rent one of the party rooms?
Yes. Can we rent a party room?
Morwin is sitting as close to the door as he possibly can, looking incredibly uncomfortable.
All right, so let me estimate what a private room would cost. Let's see.
I'm excited for Sir Eldritch to get here.
Now, let me run this past you guys. What I've read is that gold is like dollars. So, like, if you would buy a hamburger for $3, then a hamburger in D&D would be 3 gold. It seems a little excessive, right?
That seems a
To
lot.
me.
Yes.
Seems to, especially considering the wage of most workers is like
Like silver a day or
yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
only get like 8 silver, maybe.
save up for a month to buy a burger.
So,
going to work all week and get me this Big Mac, says I.
so a burger would be how much in D&D then? Just so we set a
Like
reference point
three-
here.
like 3 silver?
I mean, a fine meal I thought was like.
Thank you. I know on mine, like with that Minos, I put that he has like very fancy taste and stuff, and his up was like 2 gold a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I don't even own a shirt.
I would think the average person would be like you could do everything you wanted to do for like at most a 1 gold.
Yeah, modest lifestyle is 1 gold a day, and I mean that's inclusive. That's your food. That's where you live. That's everything. So I mean, I would think that a modest meal like that would be no more than a few silver.
3 silver.
So we could say maybe a silver is $1, just as an estimation.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think that's fine.
Because I have to figure out how much now a private room at a brothel is. So this is not something that's going to be in a book.
If a silver is $1, then I made a lot of money in the year that we were working. I'm about it.
I would say, I mean, I would go off the, that's an aristocratic thing. So I would go minimum 10 gold and then up from there. I mean,
That's kind of what I was thinking, is that around 10 gold, which would be 100 silver. So
I'm chilling with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 10 gold, you guys can get a private room.
Perfect. I'll pay the man.
For like an hour.
I'll pay the man.
I want dancing.
I'll wait till everyone gets here and then I'll pay the man.
Okay, 10 gold. Fantastic. All right, you're led back to a private room. It is even darker in this room. There is like a single chair in the room, and that's about it. So you guys are just standing around in this room.
I grab Program by the arm and say, "Don't touch anything."
I sit down in the chair.
Okay.
When he sits down, Morwen gives a full body heebie-jeebies.
No. Huck's eyes turn purple.
I'm assuming there's like a pile of pillows somewhere.
Yeah, I'd say there was probably scattered about the room.
Yarman dives in.
God, okay.
Fantastic. I'm leaning back in the chair.
Yeah, Huck doesn't have night vision, but he's got black lights.
Oh no.
The room is just
Yarman is like
white.
laid up on the pillow, like this is so. These are really soft. Y'all here, and he starts throwing pillows to everybody, and he's like, y'all should all get pillows too. Sit down.
So I made my constitution check, so I didn't throw up when Yarman jumped into the pillows.
Then I peg him in the face with a pillow.
All right, make an attack with the pillow.
I'm literally throwing a pillow at everybody that's not sitting in the chair. So everybody but Exire.
I'm dodging.
So this is a D20 with your dexterity modifier, no proficiency.
Oh, I'm so bad at dexterity.
Galen's going to use his bow to deflect said pillow back at Yarman.
26.
26. Who was that at?
Whoever's first. Whoever's closest.
He's throwing it at everyone.
I'm throwing one at everyone. That's not.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll for it.
Rolled a 7.
A 7 on what?
Yeah.
What are you rolling for?
I thought we were rolling to see if we dodged the pillows.
Well, I mean, a 7's not going to dodge anything. Toril just gets hit right in the face.
Oh. This pillow is both crusty and salty.
Luckily, he's immune to diseases.
Sir Elder can't get an STD.
We'll go Buck. Buck, I probably missed. That's only 11.
Oh, I so deflect that.
Adam, that's a 24.
What you got to roll for that?
You could roll like a dexterity saving throw. It will subtract it from his attack and see if it still hits.
And Josh, that's a 22.
10.
10. So you rolled a 24.
Mhm.
So 14. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah, 14 hit. No, 14
14?
does not hit. 14
Oh, it does not hit. So
No.
he kind of brushes it aside with his arm.
Oh, we got to roll a saving throw against it.
Well, you
not
didn't
either.
get hit at all. He rolled an 11 against you. So
What, right, but can I
I'll-
knock it back at it?
sure, if you could take it to 0, you could knock it back at him.
All right, so he rolled an 11. Is this the next save?
This is a dexterity saving throw. Yep.
All right. I rolled a 7 with a +5.
Ah.
So 12.
So he knocks it back
Just
at
barely.
you. Which he's already buried in the pillow, so it doesn't matter to him.
I rolled a 10 plus 4, so I neoed my way out of the way
You did.
of it. I stand up and very sternly say, "Stop it!" Do you know
Are y'all not
what's
gonna
on-
sit down?
Do you know
Huck
what's
just takes
on
the
those
pillow.
pillows?
Right now, me. I'm sitting on the pillows now.
Haven't you wondered why the pillows are crunchy?
They're not. They're soft.
Check again. and then when I say check again, you see me go "Whoop," a little bit. Just that. Oh God! Check again.
I pick up the pillow. Is it crunchy or soft?
Roll a perception check.
23.
23. It feels soft on one side, and on the other side, there's like it's soft, and then you hit this like hard type of area where everything's
See, it's super. What? Oh, what is that? I think somebody spilt their food on it.
Yep, food. Yep, that's what it is. This is a restaurant.
I actually turned my back at this point.
What does that food smell like, Yarmin?
I don't know.
a lot of perfume in here. It's hard to smell.
I can't smell it.
So everybody,
I don't know.
everybody that he hit now should be covered in glitter as well.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's just
for
a
sure.
big dud.
100%.
So
Alright.
I look at Exar and say, why are we in this room? We have a cleric, so he's going to be able to heal most of us. But why are we in this room?
I figured it was a pretty, I don't know. It was a nice place. Not a nice place, but it was an easy place to. It was a
Nice?
place. It was a nondescript location that we could sit and talk about what we just saw, what we just found out.
We can stand and talk. Yes, we're
Sure.
not sitting on anything.
You guys be nice to Steve. He's trying his best.
I turned to Huggy. Who the hell is Steve?
Steve is Steve. God, we've been together. How long did you say we've been together?
More than a year. Huck.
More than a year, and you don't know his name is Steve.
See, I haven't been with you more than a year, so now I'm
Now you
questioning.
think his name's Steve.
I thought your name was Exire.
Is his middle name Steve? Why? I don't understand. Is your middle name Steve?
No, my Huck's name is Steve.
Your Huck's name?
Oh,
Yes.
Name
What's
is
a Huck's
Steve.
name?
Huck. And I point to Yarmin. What's his name?
Billy.
Your Huck's
No,
name
my name is
Billy.
Yarmin.
No, your Huck's name is Billy now.
No, you're
What's his
Billy.
name? And I point to Morwen.
Big tall guy. Furry.
Morrowind.
I think the robot's got a short circuit.
There's a robot.
Yeah, you.
I'm a robot.
Have you not looked in a mirror?
Yarmin, you're gonna give him a crisis. Let's just get through this first. So what did everyone find out? Let's start with you guys. I guess we'll start. Huck and I went to the academy. We talked to the headmaster. Now
He got
Yarman,
fired.
yes, Yarman, Morin, Sir Eldritch. I know you don't know the headmaster. Maybe you do. I don't know. But we helped them out with a few things. Killed a chain devil for them that some student was summoning in their basement. But the guildless, this Raz and his compatriots, they were called in first. Now the headmaster didn't know much. He didn't really give us much to go on except for telling us that this Sandon Hearn individual we met is part of the Neverwinter government. Apparently he's a representative, a diplomat from Neverwinter. And he told us that public executions are behind the keep at
Next
the
to
arena.
the flea market.
Yeah, next to the flea market, exactly. He told us to go talk to Abelina and another professor there. Abelina is the head librarian. And the headmaster is fired. The Duke fired him for
The
whatever.
librarian's going to be the new headmaster.
Exactly.
I put in an application.
He did. I guess to fill you in, there were some students that went missing. One student had an evil book. She summoned a chain devil, killed 4 other students and herself, and then we killed the chain devil. So now you're caught up. This professor, this Lurleen individual, she's the one that hired the guildless, though. She met with a guy. She couldn't remember his name. It had something to do with numbers, like
Maybe my twin brother.
maybe Huck's twin brother Buck. We don't know, but so 6s or 5 or sorry, she didn't know, but something to do with numbers. She talked to a woman by the south gate. She said she was a very pretty elvish or half elvish lady that she paid, and then the guildless showed up.
Smelled like food.
She said her office smelled like food. Now I think this has to be Miley. I mean, the Banderhobb's bat is by the south gate. We already know Miley has connection to the guildless. Whether or not, you guys, and I gestured to the people who went to Miley, were able to get any information out of her or not, I guess you'll be able to tell us. But, I mean, this just reinforces the fact that Miley is connected to the guildless, and it seems maybe in some higher capacity than we thought if she's the one accepting payment to send them out.
Exire, if that's the case, then you know who the numbered individual is.
I do.
It's
My
5,
brother.
the cook from the inn.
What was his name?
5,
Oh,
the one that I scared off.
that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about him. Ivan, yes.
The one that's been in hiding since Raz approached us.
You are correct. That indeed it was definitely Fiven. So it seems the Banderhobb's bat seems to be some sort of base of operations for the guildless.
So let me get all this straight. Miley is the master of head. She connects the chains to Fiven and it's fire.
Yeah, I mean, you got the long and short of it.
This is
He's
a
more
weird story.
confused than I am.
Yeah. What did you guys find out?
Landis, what did we find out?
I wasn't here last time I got sick. I don't know.
It's been like 2 months ago. Sorry.
Miley has a secret identity. Her other identity is that of Hannah Montana.
Well, Favarak went to talk to Miley last time, right? Because he didn't.
Favarak, Meshach, and Abednego.
Because she didn't
So-
know.
And it was fire.
So Team Gopher went to talk to Miley, right? So that was Sir Battenhouse and
Arwen, Thavrak, and Yarman.
in Yarman.
Yeah, the ones that she wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that did happen. We did do that.
I distinctly remember something along those lines happening.
Yep.
I also remember it. I don't think we learned very much.
No, there was not a lot of information presented upon
That was
further
due to a nat one
examination.
by Rico Suave.
Yep.
That's true.
So she did take you into the back room, and you started to talk about, putting together a plan. But you guys thought that it would be better if you brought back the other party members.
Yes,
Especially the ones that
always.
know her. So she's waiting for you guys to return.
And
Also, you guys put in a job application there as well.
If entering thing doesn't work out, you got to have options.
Right. Galen, what happened with Raz?
Well, found out that the new player in town from Neverwinter met with all 3 of the prisoners individually. After meeting with them, they put them all in the same cell. Raz's cousin went crazy. Killed Marlena. Tried to kill Raz. Raz killed his cousin in self-defense. Which leads me to believe that Hearn manipulated his mind somehow.
Interesting play for a diplomat.
I'm not too sure he's fully just a diplomat. Like I said, before we came to town to question people, he threatened me. Diplomats usually don't go around threatening people, they just meet.
Neverwinter does do things a little different up north.
We also found out that Raz has connections in Waterdeep. That's where the Guildless gets their orders from. That the mayor there is involved. He said that if we could get him out, that he would personally take us there and give us an audience with the mayor without any hassles.
Was anybody proficient in history?
History? No. I have advantage on history if it was about Fey, Fiend, or Undead.
I, Sir Eldrick von Bettenhausen, master of historical history.
So when he says the mayor in Waterdeep, you just kind of shake your head like, place is destroyed. How is there a mayor?
Exactly. There cannot be a mayor. There is no Waterdeep. It was destroyed by a flaming mountain that fell from the sky 1,000 years ago. Everyone knows that story.
I agree. But if you're a underground organization and you make your home in ruins that no one goes to anymore, it's a pretty safe bet that you'd be able to stay hidden for a long time from authorities.
Well, I mean, the ruins of Waterdeep, like you said, would be a good place. They've tried to rebuild it multiple times in the last 1,000 years, but each time it's been met under mysterious circumstances that the settlers disappear.
This all makes perfect sense, and I just to clarify for Morwyn, who threw that mountain into the sky? Who is that strong?
Roll a history check.
Exactly the. Oh, you me?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. History check.
If there's someone strong enough for that, we should.
18.
18. You would know that the powerful sorcerer, right? Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Sorcerer That's how the history books have it. Akmenos. No, it wasn't Akmenos. It was
No, it was a powerful necromancer.
Well,
from a
still we're
different
going with
world.
sorcerer. We're going with sorcerer.
From everything that I've ever been told in the historical documents that I've read, it was a powerful sorcerer, allegedly from another world, named Hans. Or at least that's who the champions of the former champions of Waterdeep blamed for the incident.
Blamed.
More, I'm just shaking my head going, I should have just stayed in the woods. I'd have been happier in the woods.
To be fair, though, they did say that he was trying to save the world from a bunch of undead.
Which is what one would do, would be throw a firing mountain at a city to save the world from undead, because that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Yep. Apparently, this was commonplace for the champions of Waterdeep at that time.
I kind of scooch over towards Exire.
Are you still sitting on the crusty pillows?
No, I stood up when everybody was throwing them. When we were throwing them all.
It stuck to him. He stood up, but the pillow is still on him.
I scoot over by Exire and go.
As he walks past, it's one of those. when he looks back, he's like, no.
The question is, where's it stuck? Because again, I only have pants.
Your lower back.
There's a lot of flesh there to choose from. So yeah, back, side, anywhere.
Backside.
Backside. Back, side. Just pick one. Just pick one.
I walk over closer to Exire and I kind of lean in to him and go, know that tournament that I have to win?
Yeah.
We might need to train harder if there's people that can throw mountains.
Yeah. Can you not throw mountains?
I can't. I've never tried.
You never know until you try. And you said that you're going to be a god. So, I mean, gods can throw mountains.
Well, when I become a god, I obviously will throw mountains when I win the tournament and become a god.
But how do you know that the gods who are gods now, were they able to throw mountains before they were gods, or were they only able to throw mountains after they became gods? Maybe being able to throw a mountain is a prerequisite to being a god.
You know, my
Wouldn't
head
your
hurts.
god always be a god?
It's true.
Like my god was always a god.
Are you sure about that?
I've heard that if your name is Ray, you should always claim that you're a god.
That is actually a funny part that comes up in the new Ghostbusters movie.
Spoiler alert.
Wow.
I have seen that movie, yes.
My head hurts.
I've only watched half of it.
Watched it, yes. Watched it twice now, actually.
But so y'all know, I trust what Raz said to me and Prugwin. Prugwin had him under the zone of truth the whole time.
Well, I didn't know Prugwin could do that spell. Interesting.
Yeah, I can do that spell.
How handy.
All the time, girl. What the heck?
Should we go talk to Miley then?
Yeah. This is awesome. Cue the Mrs. Music.
Right. Well,
anything to get us out of this room. Yes. Whatever we need to do to get out of this room, I am perfectly okay with.
DM, how long have we been in this room?
Maybe 15 minutes.
I paid for an
Roll
hour.
for SCDs.
I paid for an hour for this room, and I expect to get my hour.
The answer to that question is far too long already.
At which point, when XR says that, Galen looks at him and smiles and goes, "I'll have you better company." And he walks out the door because he's not staying in this room any longer.
Why is my armor so sparkly?
It's enchanted now. Sir Eldrick.
I casted a spell.
It's
Everybody's enchanted now.
yeah. Whenever you're hit, the opponent will be afflicted by disease.
Also, you may be inflicted by disease.
All right, fine, let's go.
But I wanted the dancing girls.
Well, you go get a dancing girl and meet us at Miley's then. Or you can ask Miley if she'll dance for you.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
that'll go
where
over great.
I don't know where that is, Steve.
All right.
Can I just hang out with you?
Yeah, what? How about this? When we get there, you can ask Miley if she will dance for you.
Oh, remind me. I'm counting on you, Steve.
I won't.
Steve, we had a thing.
We still have a thing.
Look, you've made the dog cry.
When he says that, I look around the room like,
Yarman's looking for a dog too.
I sigh and cast minor illusion again and make a Great Dane appear.
before he can do that, I wild shape into a dog.
Oh, there's two dogs. I love it. Your name is Huck's dog. Your name is Steve's dog.
I walk over to one of the pillows and pee on it.
Probably
Hopefully not the
first
one that's
time.
still stuck to my back.
Oh no, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up.
Also, I've got to ask, Malnox. Number one, are you eating Chinese food?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hate you. Number two, are you actually using chopsticks the correct way, or do you have a
He
little
is.
band on the top so that it? Oh, I hate you again.
You don't know how to
Can't
use chopsticks?
No, I can't. I am 41 years old today, and every time I end up with chopsticks and I try to use them, everybody's like, "Oh, you hold this one still, and you hold this one here, and you do this," and I do that, and it ends up being like,
This is how I hold. I don't know if it's how you're supposed to. This is how I hold them. I have my pointer finger and my thumb here, and then my little ring finger here.
"Yeah,
and then,
see, I can't." Every time I do that, it's just no, it's sad.
Your brain just goes. And
Yeah, my hand just goes. I don't know how to function like this. No,
for your birthday,
So-
I'll get you chopstick lessons.
thank you. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
I
Or
figured
you
you
can
knew
buy
how
that.
to use chopsticks because you have ninja magic, so I figured that was part of it.
That's true.
Level
can't-
1 ninja magic, you know how to use chopsticks.
Yeah, you got to be able to catch
Whoa.
flies with these things.
He's at
Exactly.
least like level 4.
I wonder if
said
I
at
could
level
pay
1
someone.
he learns how to learns how to use chopsticks.
I wonder if I could pay someone on Fiverr or something to like teach you how to use chopsticks.
You can pay
Do
somebody
a
on Fiverr to
YouTube
do
in
anything.
videos.
The next thing after Fiverr is
That's-
the dark web.
Yeah,
Skillshare.
I was gonna say that's a dangerous rabbit hole.
That is true.
Yarman
All right.
starts walking out of the room without taking the pillow off. He doesn't even realize it's there.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
roll to
Harley,
see
no way.
how long this is attached.
I don't believe you, Harley. No, I refuse to believe that other people can use chopsticks. It's all a bit
6
lies
minutes.
and slander.
The pillow is attached to your back for 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Okay, so let's take a real quick break, and then we'll come back and talk to Miley.
With chopsticks.
With
And a pillow.
chopsticks. All right, be back. I went to the scene and then turned off the audio. Had to turn it on. I forgot that it does it itself. Okay, so you guys are making your way to Miley. Oh, thanks for the follow. teapot raccoon. Yeah. Get to see the gelatinous cube on the screen. You guys are making your way to Miley about 6 minutes after you leave the Scarlet Brothel there. The pillow falls off Yarman's back onto the ground. You guys kind of reek of like this perfume that was just in the air from the Scarlet Brothel as you're making your way down the street there.
I imagine we smell like gas station CK.
Yes. Yeah. That's a perfect description. So you guys are making your way to the south of the city. You're kind of in the central portion. So it takes you a good 30, 40 minutes to get down there. And so you walk into the name of the place. I'm getting Sir Battenhouse's name mixed up with the name of the place now.
The Banderhobb's Bat.
Banderhobb
You
Battenhouse.
can say it. It's fine. Yeah, Banderhobb Battenhouse, which is what I'm going to call it when I buy it.
I buy it. Yes.
Okay, so you guys make your way back, and there's people, just in there eating. It's let's see, it's probably afternoon at this point, right? Because you guys started off early, up to take care of your business there. So you guys pile into the bar, and there's plenty of people in there eating lunch and stuff. You see Miley back behind the counter there, just cleaning glasses and serving drinks. What would you like to do?
I'd like to walk up to the bar and address her.
Okay. She looks over at you and says, "You here for a drink, or you back for a chat?"
Both. I bring word from a mutual friend of ours.
Let's take a step back here into my office.
At which point I'll look at the rest of the people and the team and kind of motion towards following us to the back.
Okay. So leads you through the kitchen, and over near the back door there is an office area that's enclosed, and she leads you into that area. It's not a huge office by any means, and you guys kind of squeeze in there. There's a desk. She kind of goes behind the desk and sits down, and there's just various papers. She shuffles them together and pushes them to the side, and there's some crates stacked in there and stuff like that. Looks like maybe crates filled with bottles of wine or liquor or something like that. So some of you might sit down on the crates. There's not a lot of seating in here, so rather crowded with all of you in there. So, your teammates had stopped by here earlier, and said you guys would be back. So, what have you guys found out?
Well, first, before we mention what he informed us of or asked us of, you have ears and eyes in this town, right?
As best I can.
What can you tell us about Sandlin Hearn?
Sandin Hearn.
Yeah, Sandin.
He's a Neverwinter representative. It's been said that he has been in town maybe a couple days. Been seen around the keep. Sad to say, I don't know his direct business here as of yet.
there's some things that aren't adding up with him in town. See, we were told, or I was told, I should say, make it more clear, that Raz killed the two that were imprisoned with him. That's what I heard from Hearn and the Duke. That's not what Raz is telling me. Raz informed me that they were all three questioned individually by this Hearn individual. And then they were all put in a cell together. Raz's cousin, for lack of a better word, went feral, lashed out and killed the girl. Tried to kill Raz. Raz killed him in self-defense. So you're telling me the only thing that you know about this guy is he's a diplomat, and he's been in town for a few days?
That's it. That's all I know. I've heard a similar story, and Raz wouldn't just kill his cousin.
Oh no, Raz told me exactly what happened.
The story is, of course, you probably know that Raz killed both of them to keep them silent.
Yes, that's what I was told from the Duke. Raz is to be executed in roughly a day and a half. For two reasons, I would suppose. One, to silence whatever's going on here. And two, because he won't give up any information about your organization.
Of course, they know he's been made the face of the guildless. And I don't know what the Sandin, I don't know what he wants in this.
Well, he's claiming, and I need you to validate this one way or the other before we go any further. He's claiming that your group is hindering trade routes south of Neverwinter, and that's why he has come here to investigate the guildless himself.
He's misinformed. If his trade routes are being hindered, it's not by the guildless.
How far north of the city do you operate?
Does she look like she's hiding something when she says that, Diz?
She seems to be very guarded. She's thinking about what she says to you.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll an insight check if you want, but just from, base level, that's what you would take away from it.
I rolled a 15.
15. That's what you sense. You sense that it's like she has to be careful in what she does, and she's being extra careful with you guys, because you guys could be a big help to her, but you could also be a huge liability. So,
listen, Miley, you said that Raz has been made the face of the guildless. Who really is the face of the guildless? What role do you play in this organization?
I don't know why that would come into play or not.
Just call it curiosity.
It's not so much a single leader, but rather a group of individuals that make judgment calls.
You try to make the city a better place.
We're trying to make it back to what it once was. A city where hard work will pay off. Not one where you exploit someone up until the point where you don't need them anymore and then toss them aside.
You know, who decides what jobs the guildless takes, what job they don't?
Well, it's not so much that we're doing like mercenary work. We have an agenda. We have a set of rules that we like to go by, where we try to help the people that are still here in the city.
I mean, when we first met Raz, he was doing some mercenary work. Or actually, to be more clear, he was not doing mercenary work, accepting jobs and not investigating and letting children die.
This doesn't sound like a Raz at all.
Well, the guildless were hired on by the academy to investigate some missing children. Is that right? Do you know anything about that? We met Raz in the catacombs under the cathedral after we killed a chain devil. I think we had mentioned that before. And Raz and his friends were hired on to investigate that some time before we were. Now, Raz seems like a smart guy. I'm sure he could have figured it out.
You're being generous. Raz has his talents, but figuring out mysteries may not be at the top of the list. Okay, well, apparently you've done your homework. Yes, we did take on a job.
While they're talking, it clicks in my head, and I go, "Wait, that's Miley. Sir Battenhouse, you were gonna ask her to dance." Or Huck. Sorry, it was Huck. Huck, you were gonna ask her to dance.
Everybody turns and looks at Yarman, and then turns and looks at Huck.
It was Clan doing the voice, but it was Huck that was gonna ask her, not Battenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. When you two are done, can I have this dance?
Come back to that one.
Okay.
She looks back at Exire. The job wasn't for the money. We were trying to generally help. Apparently, we're just not as good at it as you are.
From what we heard, though, you took money from two different individuals for the same job.
Anytime we could take money from our government here, we'll definitely do that.
Well, Miley, since you don't want to be forthright with us and let us in on some of the stuff that we're wanting to know, I'm not too sure how well we'll be able to help Raz. Because after I met with him, he sent me to talk to you. But clearly, you don't care enough about getting him out to talk with us.
Roll an intimidation check.
That is a 21.
Fine. This is the way I have to be. I have to be guarded. I cannot let anything slip. It's just the way of life. It's all that I've known for so long. What do you need to know?
Where is the headquarters for the guild list in this town?
In this town? It doesn't quite work that way. We have various, we'll call them hot spots, where members will congregate to. But the main base of operation has always been out of Waterdeep.
With the mayor.
The mayor isn't part of the guildless. He's just there. He was there before us. He'll probably be there after we're gone.
How many guildless are in town at this present time?
She reaches over and pulls a drawer out.
Well, while she's hesitating, Galen goes, "This is contingent on how well we can pull off getting him out."
Well, if you want accurate numbers, 1 second. Reaches up under the drawer, and you hear a number of clicks. And the bottom of the drawer comes out, and she pulls a book out. She pushes the drawer back in, puts it up there, opens it. Currently, there's 41 members in the city.
What about the dragon?
Yeah, what about the dragon?
The dragon is... Prez, before he was, we'll say, one of the leaders in the guildless, on the council, whatever you want to call it. He, in his younger days, he had some adventures, and he always said that he had a favor that he could call in. I guess this was the favor.
Do you have a means of contacting the dragon?
I mean, I do not. I don't know how Raz contacted him in the first place.
Well, that puts a slight hamper to the plan.
Well,
Listen, the way I see it, we have two options. We either get Rez out from inside the prison, or we wait until they bring him out for execution and we get him out there.
I would say we need to do it at night.
very good. So, if your plan was contingent on the dragon, I don't know that dragons are very fickle creatures. I mean, the one favor has been repaid apparently, so it's probably not going to come back.
It wasn't really the dragon made or broke the plan. It was more, it would have been a major help, especially considering the number of people you tell me that are in town.
I will tell you what we do have. We have a number of members. We have some members planted throughout the city in different jobs. Some inside the keep itself. We also have an airship. It is a small airship. It's still an airship.
How well do you know the layout of the city?
City? I know the city well.
Do you have anyone?
Go ahead, Mel.
No, that's what I was going to say. I said, do you have anyone that works in the keep that has plans to the prison or knows the layout well?
The keep? Yeah, I mean, I don't have plans to the keep, but I'm sure that the person inside could give us information on it.
Mainly need to know, does the keep and the prison have a connecting pathway underground?
All right. She starts
any-
writing down.
Any entrances into the prison aside from the main one? Any back doors from elsewhere? Even sewer grates that lead to the outside? Anything that we can use to slip in or out? I mean, the less commotion we cause, the better.
That's to be agreed upon. So is the plan to break him out from the prison then?
It would be best to do it at night under the cover of darkness, because if we break him out, we don't need to do it when he's being moved to the execution and us be seen as the ones that did it.
Very true. And if we break him out, we need to be able to get the hell out of here quickly. So the airship, I believe, is a necessity in this plan. Where is it docked?
It is currently probably at Waterdeep or in the area of that.
How long will it take to get here?
I don't think we would need it here, XR. If the airship shows up unannounced to a town that doesn't really have airships, that would be too much of a unique occurrence to pique the Duke's interest.
Well, if not here, at least somewhere within
I'd
a
say
half
at
day's
least,
journey.
Yeah, half a day to a day's journey from here.
Yes. How long until it gets close? I mean, if we break him out now, can it meet us in half day's time, 1 day's time?
I would think that we could have the airship here this evening if
Oh, fantastic. So
we send a message.
I mean, certainly not here, but if you could meet us along the way. Do you have horses? Access to horses?
Horses are easy, yes.
We need someone to get out quickly. We also need a distraction, something to...
We need your guildless to storm the keep. Not go inside, but draw all guards' attention surrounding the Duke to the gates.
away from the prison. I mean, you said you wanted to put the city back to the way it was, put the power in those hands of those who are willing to work hard. Perhaps it's time for the people to voice their concerns and their distaste for the current situation. Have you
What
the
about a
means
protest?
to incite a protest? Well, yes, that's definitely not a riot. No, I wasn't going to suggest
I was
uprising.
I wasn't suggesting that you guns, swords, and spears the guards.
I would
but you
not
need to
suggest
get
that
their
either.
attention.
Needless bloodshed is to be avoided.
That's why I wanted the dragon,
Yes,
because that's intimidation, and he didn't kill anybody when he was here last time.
it's true. He just showed up.
Yep. Very, very graceful, that dragon. Do not
We just have one other issue,
kill all those guards.
and I have a plan for that issue. It'll just be a little rough. May put your hold on the airship a little delayed, XR.
Oh,
The other player in town, Hearn, he wants to know what Raz knows very badly. I was thinking, if I go to Hearn and I tell him I have information and inform him I can't give him his information until we meet with the Duke, then I can have Hearn in the keep with the Duke while they form the distraction outside the gates while y'all storm in and get Raz out.
So we set up a meeting between ourselves and Hearn and the Duke. You show up to that meeting in the keep?
No, I was going to go to Hearn's estate that the Duke set him up in and inform him that myself and Prugwin had found information.
Yes, I understand this, but if he's in the keep, and see, my concern here is that if he's in the keep to meet with the Duke, and Raz, and we're not, and Raz disappears, and we're gone as well, regardless of if we break him out in cover of night or broad daylight, it'll be fairly obvious who broke him out. I mean, if we disappear at the same time Raz does, that's very suspicious. Perhaps it's better to get Raz out of town, have a few of us go meet with the Duke and with this Sandon. The others break Raz out, and then we wait a few days in town until things die down before we leave ourselves. I mean, if we're trying to avoid implication ourselves, I think disappearing at the same time is a poor judgment call on our part.
Well, Hearn hasn't seen any of y'all.
That's true, but I don't want him to think that you've absconded with Raz.
But if we leave Hearn to his own devices and he hears the commotion with the Duke, who's to stop him from coming to the jail and us confronting him there?
Well, that's what I mean. If you set up a meeting between him and the Duke, and you show up along with a few of us, we act just as surprised as everyone else at the commotion going on.
She looks around at all of you. How many of you do they actually know about? Because there's some different faces here.
Hearn only knows of me. The Duke knows of 4 of us.
So the 4 that they know about meet with them? The others break into the prison?
I think that's the sound idea.
Well, that depends on the information she gives us on entrances and exits to the prison. When me and Prugwin went to go see Raz, there was 6 guards. 6 guards wouldn't be that big of an issue. But what happens if they send a patrol while the 4 are inside?
Miley, how fast can you get us that information?
I can have it.
Can we get it
later
tonight?
Today? If there is any way in, I can have it later tonight.
If you can get us that information by the evening, I say, if you can get us that information by the early evening, Galen, perhaps you can go call on Sandon tonight. Set up an urgent meeting at the Duke's estate. And we put this in action. The longer we wait, the less time Raz has.
So that puts who breaking into the prison?
Your 4 lovely people that came calling on you earlier.
That's correct.
The look on her face seems like she doesn't believe they can pull it off.
Does Galen say that, or did
Yes.
you just say that?
No, Galen says that.
No. I'm sure. It's fine. this one points to the druid. Says he said he could change it to an animal. So I mean that's something that I can't do. So
You can. So perhaps we can come call on you again, Miley, in what, 4, 5 hours time?
yeah, I will.
How about this? I'm gonna
If
be
you're
out
gonna
in
plan
the
to do
tavern.
this tonight, I will send a message to bring the airship to this area, and the protest. I'm gonna have to organize some resources here. I really need to get to work.
I believe in you. I'm gonna be out there drinking. Come get us when you're ready.
Exar,
Yes.
I think we may need to wait and have the airship show up in the morning.
We're gonna have the airship wherever. I just mean have it
Well,
show up
What I'm saying
within a
is,
day.
if the 4 of us are meeting with them, we don't need to be leaving out as soon as we're done then, if you're worried about the implication.
Oh yeah, I mean the airship's more to get Raz out of here fast. We can leave at a leisurely pace. As
Well-
long as we're not attached to Raz, we can ride on horseback for all I care.
Well, for Raz's agreement of us breaking him out, he won't leave without us.
Well, he has to, or at least steal away into the forest or surrounding. Right. Maybe have the airship show up tomorrow evening in the area.
Okay. Gives us a little more time to get everything in place.
What if we get Raz to the northern part of town?
We can get Raz out tonight.
What I mean is the northern part of town, from what we've been told, isn't favored by the gnomes.
It's the more older part of the town.
Something about there's a sheriff up there.
Yeah. You know, nobody knows a lot about him. Mysterious character.
We've had a few run-ins.
Pretty sure the Duke doesn't like him, from what we've been told.
Yeah, probably not. He seems to have some morals about him, and the Duke lacks those for sure.
We might be able to have a conversation with the sheriff, have him give Raz asylum until we're ready to leave.
I don't know. Like I said, he's one of heard he sounds pretty straight laced, so I don't know that he would get involved in something like this.
Not sure.
I was just thinking more of trying to hide Raz up there somewhere to where it's out of the realm of where the Duke usually checks.
I also don't want to call down the wrath of Depenis on us.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, you weren't here, were you? Yes, the Sheriff Depenis. Yes, his name is Depenis.
Oh. I heard that there was a sheriff, and I heard it was a vulgar name, but
Yes.
I never was told the name.
Dewrath of Depenis.
My favorite
Well.
Star Trek movie.
Well,
Indeed. I mean, maybe we have. Yeah, I'd say. Do you have any safe houses in the city, Miley?
I mean, yeah. Of course we do.
Do you have safe houses in the north?
Yes.
Can you have one ready to receive Raz tonight?
I mean, yeah, that's easy. Yes.
Fantastic. We store Raz there.
I don't know that I can get a protest ready by tonight.
Tomorrow night, then? I mean, Raz has when Raz is set to be executed tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Or the next day?
It would have
The day after tomorrow.
Tonight,
Day after.
if we want to keep Hearn from going back into there and trying to extract something from him.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we have to do it tonight. There's no two ways about it. All right. Well, Miley, do what you can. See what you can drum up.
Okay.
Let us know.
Okay.
I'm going to have a drink.
I guess the other question is everyone else involved prepared to execute this?
Caitlin looks around at each of the party members.
I will do what I must. I want that dance.
Okay. I'm already out in the bar, and I have a bottle of whiskey, and
She
I
points at
have
Huck and says,
4 glasses.
"You get this done, you've got that dance."
Camille stands up and goes out to Steve. Steve, I get a dance if we do this.
Huck, if we do this, I'll get you all the dances you want.
That's like 2-3 dances, and then I get really tired.
I'll get you 2-3 dances, Huck.
Holy shit.
I mean, he looks at Thavrak. Thavrak is just kind of hooked up with this group and just like, well, they're talking about doing some crazy stuff.
Hey, we'll fill you in over a drink.
Drink sounds good.
What about you, Monk?
Yeah. I guess this could count as training.
I should say so.
I might have a couple skills that can come in handy as well.
Skills are good. Girls like guys who have great skills.
I wouldn't know. There weren't any girls my age at the monastery.
You have other skills? Nunchuck skills, bow staff skills.
Sword check.
Yeah. Yes.
Girls like guys who have those kind of skills?
I can also just make you not able to move.
I don't think girls like that kind of skill. Probably take that one away from the ladies. Save that for the, trolls and things. Wait, did you try that on the trolls?
No, I tried punching them with fire.
But not just making them not move? You didn't think that maybe having trolls not hit us would be a good idea?
To be fair, they weren't hitting me.
I'd take a drink.
Galen walks up and puts his hand on Prugwin's shoulder and sends him a message.
Okay.
Says, knowing that your religious preference, are you okay with what we're about to do?
It must be done. It must be done.
Okay. And then Galen, with a smile on his face, looks at Miley and says, "If the paladin and the cleric's willing to do it, then you better get that protest in order." And he walks out of the back room.
All right. So that's where we'll end it for this evening. So A lot of maps for me to make for next go around.
At least
So-
we gave you a heads up on what maps you needed.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Sometimes you can't plan ahead, and sometimes you have to plan a lot, and you don't get to use half of it. But luckily, this time I kind of know where you guys are going to be at, so I can be very focused. So, are you doing your game next week, Kyle?
Not next week.
Okay.
Either the 22nd or the 29th. I was waiting for people to come back and tell me what worked best.
Okay. So, I mean, I could possibly, I'm not sure, but I could possibly run next Saturday or at least the next Saturday after that. Like, I want to go multiple times a month if I can. Because it's getting to the point where we're putting so much time in between that I'm forgetting some of the story elements. And I'm having to go rewatch the episodes or check other people's notes and be like, hey, what happened here? Well, because I didn't write that down or something, you know, so.
Yeah, I'm fine with multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so I may go next week then. So,
next
we'll
week
see.
on the 15th, Kyle will be here.
I will not.
Okay. So, maybe next week or the 22nd. So, that would put
If
Kyle
you want-
going
if-
on the 29th. So,
I was about to say, if you want to go the 22nd, I can just commit to the 29th because nobody said anything when I threw the days out there.
that would be fine with me. That way we get a Saturday off, spend with the family, and then can, you know, jump back into some D&D there.
We're not
'Cause I don't
next week,
think,
but the week after.
Yeah, I don't think Josh is
22nd.
doing his game right now with everything he's got going on. So, yeah, so I'm going to shoot for the 22nd then, and then Kyle will do his on the 29th. So, and hopefully we'll just go over 2 weeks on mine then. At that
I
point,
like it.
as much as we can.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah,
it's
it was just a
11
lot of
o'clock.
talking.
It's the end time.
It's just a lot of talking and planning this episode. So.
The hell did I? So who's gonna fill me in on literally everything?
Let's play some Destiny and I'll fill you in.
All right, that
Yep.
works.
You guys need to play Halo.
I mean, what?
I have to finish. I have to finish that campaign. It's so good. I'm taking my time with it. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, I hope they add on some extra stuff. So, no bloodshed. All right, so we'll go ahead and end stream, and we'll see everybody back on the 22nd. So, see you later, guys.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
See you guys next time.